Hello, hello. Welcome back. It's Dana. We are doing Peaky Blinders Season 3, Episode 2. I literally just watched Episode 1 like 10 minutes ago, but I did not want to wait to watch Season 2. So here we are. In Season 1, Tommy and Grace get married. It's already not great. He's like hiding things from her and she's concerned. She's like, please tell me this is about the business and not about us. Because you've been like this for a while now, and, you know, we just got married, like, an hour ago. But, he, explains it's not you, it's the business, yada, 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 and they seem to be okay. Polly, as I said in the beginning of the episode, I was like, fuck, I forgot about the fact that Polly said that, even if Tommy ends up taking her back, she's not going to be cool with it. So the two of them didn't really get along so much at the wedding. The big thing that is the reason I wanted to keep going is because I don't entirely understand what's going on with this Russian stuff. So I don't know if I originally thought it was Tommy trying to, for some reason, move like some business stuff over into Russia. But then when that heiress chick came, he was like, Churchill said, if he says the wrong code name or whatever, assume he's not who he says he is or something like that. So that means that Churchill's got to be involved. So I'm wondering if this is all like a thing that Tommy has to do because Churchill keeps dragging him into all of these, things and issues and problems. And by doing that, he's just sort of like helping himself out along the way, maybe, which certainly sounds like it could be true because we ended with him and Polly walking into a safe and there was just so much money I can't even guess as to how much money was in there. Clearly they're doing fine in the money department. But I really wanted to keep going because I'm very curious about what's happening with these Russian people because it seems like a lot of the other stuff has been sort of taken care of. So I'm ready to jump in. Let's do it. Here we go. Peaky Blinders, Season 3, Episode 2. Okay, what do we got? Nothing yet. But I'm anxious about it already. Oh, that's right. He said he wanted to, like, sell cars or trade cars. I don't remember. Steal cars? Something. So I'm guessing he's on his way to talk to somebody about some kind of deal, because that just seems to be what he does. He looks like he's staring right into my soul. It was a little unnerving.
You're not afraid of me.
He probably should be.
So, what is it you want from a simple working man? Fear.
Well, he doesn't have it yet.
Poor Mr. Nutley drank too much. They found his body and slowly broken into bits.
I know what you do. Tell me what you want.
He seems meaner than before.
Give me the keys to basics.
I mean,
Stole stock and storage.
you don't even try to say no. It's a bad idea. Just give him the damn keys and move on with your life, bro. You know you're going to.
In trouble. Give it to the charity.
It was a valiant effort, buddy.
Only doing this for the safety of my family.
You can't say no, because he's gonna do it anyway, so you might as well cooperate. Because if you don't, he still gets what he wants, and you die or get hurt or get your business lit on fire, so it's best to just go along with it. And yet, I love him so. He does terrible, horrible things, but I want him to succeed, and I want him to come out the victor. Alright, what are we here for in basics? Oh. They were talking about a tank last episode. Do we think maybe some sort of tank? I mean, it looks well made.
So will it be just boys in your charitable institution or girls as well?
Both. One of your people you said to be here by 5.
They're a law unto themselves. You can never quite grasp who they are.
I didn't ask who they were, I asked where they were.
Perhaps you know them as the Economic League. Only once did I get to
The name I've heard is Section D. That's what Special Branch calls them.
Yes, it'll be fun to bring such men to a gypsy scrapyard.
Don't know what's happening. I really should...
Privacy.
We should start some sort of like a shot counter for every time I say I don't understand what's happening.
When all we were trying to do is save the country from revolution.
Are your people coming or are they not coming?
He sure is chatty,
You
though.
will learn that these men are far too grand for the clock to govern them.
Which is fine, but just tell me when. Don't make me sit around and wait.
Well, I'll stop by from time to time. Hear confession from the little creatures.
I don't like him. He's
You'll
creeping
meet
me
Mr.
out.
Patrick Jarvis, MP. It's just his thing to drop by in the evenings after a few drinks. We'll make it a formal arrangement as part of the bigger deal between us.
Alright, what is happening?
We'll
Because
have an office there.
Tommy seems miserable. So it seems like he wants nothing to do with what's happening.
Doesn't it, boy?
But he's forced into it?
Mister, if I want to play the squire in your place of false charity, then I will. Ambition for respectability doesn't... Well, I wish you a good day.
So now he's just leaving?
He said if they weren't here by morning prayers, then the meeting has been cancelled.
You did not make it clear.
Perhaps Admiral Hall's been held up at the House of Lords.
Alright, well, I don't like whatever's happening
I'm
here.
trusting you.
No, you're annoying me.
Perhaps they...
You give them a message from me, priest. You tell them I've been to the factories. And the armoured vehicles are in good condition.
Okay, so they were like tanks.
27. And the foreman is
Seems like a lot.
Today, at the Ritz.
Why didn't they just show up when they were supposed to?
This one.
It's a hell of a thing to spring on somebody. Go to London. Why is he so far away? Oh. I was like, why wouldn't they keep the food closer to where the people are? But if the people are just like hanging out in the yard, there's not much else he could do. Oh, well, this probably could have somehow been more convenient. It's a big-ass horse.
Cold.
My apologies, sir.
How many times I asked you to tell them about sending as the servant's crocodile?
I have no control over the choice. I have a list of today's social engagements, if you'd like to hear them.
Oh,
Luncheon at the Ritz with Duke Mikhail Mikhailovich.
tak coisa nuda.
Cancelled. You're due to have tea at 3 with Prince Sevod Avenovich and Lady Mary Lewington, sir.
Who is this guy?
Miss out on the boat.
However, in the absence of the Duke, the Prince and the Lady too have cancelled, sir. Other
So,
than that, your day is your own.
so really, you could have just come in and said, your day is
To
free.
discuss automobiles with a Mr. Thomas Shelby, sir.
Oh. This is who he is.
That's for a meeting out in the open. Fresh air and the fine aroma of shit.
which is hardly neutral ground.
Well, it's what you've got. So,
Where is Thomas?
You got called away.
He said he'd be here.
yeah, it's busy.
I just told you we got called away. What do you want?
There has been a peace.
So this must have been the meeting that he was supposed to have before it got canceled for the
All the Italians still English to
car thing.
We want an explanation.
The explanation for what?
The little Venice restaurant in 4th Street was burnt down.
Nah, couldn't have been us. Where was at a wedding?
You burnt it down to stop my son being at that same wedding.
Why? Who's your son?
You are such big boys. Please tell Tommy that we pay him whatever he asked us to pay. We stay out of the city and off the tracks. That my son will walk with any woman in this city. Any woman he chooses. Works for the Emperor. My
Oh,
son is in love.
I get it. With Lizzie.
Sorry.
Right.
Do what
John.
you do.
You were in love with her too.
Carry on.
And if he wishes, he will walk with the woman he loves.
Okay. It'd be hard for your son to walk anywhere with a bullet in each knee, wouldn't it?
That's something there.
Much.
Yeah.
You said
Definitely too much.
my friend.
Oh,
Strong?
I don't think this went the way it would have went had Tommy been here.
Put 2 extra men on our pubs in Nature's.
What are you talking about, Arthur? You're scared of fucking artists anymore.
Don't tell Tommy about the chair and clean this fucking shit up.
Yeah, I think
You're scared of fucking wops.
I
All right, John.
I think there's gonna be some retaliation. You shouldn't have said so much.
Tommy Shelby in a library.
Need to borrow a book about the Russian Revolution.
But you're screaming in a library.
This is a list of bastards who ran away, and this is written from the point of view of the people's struggle.
Sometimes exiled Russian aristocrats get invited to social occasions to add a bit of class.
Is that why he was there? I'd like to see him again. Would that be possible?
I don't think so.
No, that would not be possible.
What business do you have with the...
Can I rip this page out?
No, you can have the property of the people. Tommy, when Arthur took the Russian away, he had his key.
You want all the details because you're bored, Ada.
You used to chase rats with a revolver, Ada.
Jesus, he's so
It's a
loud.
job for you after all.
Yeah, you're getting a little bit too big for your britches there, John.
We were on Kempton yesterday, or not?
Daniel, he got drunk. Instead of injecting the horses with cocaine, he decided to share it with his cousins. Tell Esme to speak to him about it. Look, I don't want you to do anything about this.
About what?
Vincente, try and get us some. Well, he heard you threatened him directly to shoot him in the knees, and now he's going round Nietzsche's telling everybody he's going to kill you.
What do we care about some fucking natures we're in our
We don't need to be getting involved in all these little piss pots.
What does Arthur say?
That's why he says, apologise.
I think you should.
We own the city, but we don't need to rub everybody's noses in it.
Yeah, you're gonna make things a lot harder.
But we don't want rebellions.
You're just... John, you're
What
just...
did you say?
What's wrong with you?
Compromise.
Like, why do you care?
I've asked. She's going to meet him, break up with him for good, apologise for any inconvenience, say it was all her fault. You don't have to do anything. Lizzie will do it for you. Then it'll all calm down and nobody will lose its face. Take his fucking face. That's John.
Is he so upset because he loved Lizzie and now she loves someone else?
believe you've
Or is he just, like, out of his mind right now?
You work for Mr. Romanov?
Yes.
Or his household or his office?
I don't know. I just need to get there.
We shall have to ask for payment in advance. Mr. Romanov has 4 outstanding bills with us. 1 for accommodation and 3 for... We've been asked to be understanding of our Russian friends by His Majesty, but it has been some time now.
Thomas Shelby, and in the future I'll be dining here quite a bit.
Then I shall put you on. Here is a menu.
You have to carry the menu to your table?
Although your guest, I'm sure, will order the caviar.
Myself, my wife, and my niece. I don't know. I woke up one morning and it was gone. All of a sudden, I saw a dog and it was eating it.
Why? Ew.
They said
But
the British had taken
why are
pictures,
we...
and
Why are we doing
My
this?
lips froze to it. And then, of course...
Tommy looks disgusting. Which is sort of how I feel a little bit. Let's...
So, you met my niece already?
Who is your niece?
Yeah.
Oh. She's the one who brought the money.
You will be... Russian women, they know how to hold it. And most important, they know exactly when to let it go.
What?
You're calm.
Alright.
Did she die well? With the spy.
How does one die well?
I heard you had your brother do it.
Arthur, yes.
Oh, you trust your family. Like me.
But I don't think Arthur was the right choice.
Us.
You were not a direct relation to the Romanovs. You were Georgian.
And I guess you don't like to be reminded of that.
And the palace where you live in Hampton Court is in fact a great and favoured house. Donated to you. Rent-free by the British Crown.
I need one of those
Actually,
deals.
Tells me that you were in some debt. See, I've been given 10, but I've been promised 40. Already I've had to have a man killed. That sort of work does not come cheap.
He doesn't have any money to give you, so I don't understand. Oh God, why am I so stupid? Why does my brain not understand things?
Let me tell you something, Mr. Shelby. Before we boarded the ship, my niece sewed 16 diamonds into her velvet dress. And also, she had 2 sapphires in her intimate place. My wife managed 2 sapphires and 5 diamonds.
So why don't you use them to pay your debts?
Is already for the killing of the spy.
Now tell me, where do you keep these things? In a bank? Hatton Gardens is not safe.
That's why we have our own treasury.
Okay. So alright.
I shall have my people check its veracity.
We will never be soft and weak again. Do you understand?
I'm not sure if I'm more or less confused now. And I wanted to watch this episode because I was confused. No idea if it helped. Oh, come on, John! You're making things so much worse! Oh my God. Jeez.
Kill me. Stay away from Lizzie.
Is it because he loves her? Oh! I don't... Fuck!
By order of the Peaky fucking Blinders.
Oh, that's gonna cause so many fucking problems, John.
This is Charlotte Murray. My father makes cars.
Oh, I really enjoyed your wedding, Mr. Shelby.
Polly said that you should call her. There's been some trouble.
What trouble?
discussing the stuff she doesn't like to tell me about.
Nice to meet you.
Alright, Finn, thanks for coming. Fuck off.
You can stay.
Okay.
John, you cut into Changretta. If no Arthur told you to apologise, Polly told you to compromise. And now I've got an Italian walking around my backyard saying he's going to kill my brother. Do we apologise or do we compromise?
And I didn't want to start a war over something John said without meaning it.
I think he did mean it.
So should he apologise in Italian or in English?
Well, now it's a lot worse.
You said while this business was going on in London, you wanted peace at home.
The only way to guarantee peace is if you apologise once, you do it again and again and again, like taking bricks out of the wall of your fucking house. You want to bring the house down, Arthur? If you're soft on it, you do the right thing, John. Now we go on the offensive. We take 2 of the Changretta pubs. We take them tonight. That's it.
I was so not expecting that.
Because we fucking can. And if we can, we do. And if we lift our heel off their necks now, they'll just come at us.
I mean, he's probably right, but
You're getting soft, brother. Soft and weak. Say the barber for Sundays, eh?
so
You take the Wrexham. You take the 5 bells. You get them signed over to us in the morning. You make sure that
I was not expecting this at all. I really thought it was going to be more along the lines of when I'm not here, Polly's in charge and you should fucking listen to her. Not this. Have we seen Grace at all this episode?
Это все нужно напечатать, подписать и отправить с первой почты завтра утром.
Why is he running to her beck and call?
Это мистеру Шелби. Он набрался наглости проверить наши сапфиры, а нам нужно доказательство, что он обладает необходимыми нам материалами.
So, he's stealing these tanks or whatever for them?
В конце этого дела, возможно, тебе нужно будет... Сможешь?
I don't think so. Nobody can kill Mr. Shelby. That's not a problem. No, you can't do it. But I am getting more and more confused.
Not hungry, Mrs. Shelby.
Oh, look, there she is.
Oh, no. Sorry, Mary.
Ruin your eyes.
Hello?
She was so excited that he was home.
Dad?
Something's up. She has good news? I bet he's not going to be as excited about it as she is.
The leader of the Birmingham City Council is going to attend the dinner. Everyone has said yes. Everyone.
Something she's excited about, and he's not.
I have the drawing of what they plan to do with the grounds of the house. And the Birmingham Charity Commission have agreed to set aside their 3 rotten floors upstairs and grant us a license within a month.
So this is for the charity thing, I guess?
Do you think I'm becoming obsessed?
Yes.
Should I ask you how your day was? Make a good one. I'm guessing that means your day was not as successful as mine.
That's a pretty good guess.
Depends on how you measure success. I measure it in sapphires.
So now you need a jeweler.
Close your eyes.
He's just gonna give it to her?
Close your eyes.
Oh my god, it's huge fucking mungus.
Where the hell did you get that?
And he had time to put it on a chain?
It's in the foundation, didn't it?
Don't you think it's a good match for a charity dinner?
Grace.
Oh, I like that they seem to actually enjoy each other's company. Although I'm still unclear as to what the hell's going on. But we'll figure it out. I mean, it's not like Arthur hasn't killed people before. Why is he so upset about this one? Well, probably because he was sober for this one.
I need to go out.
Now? To do what?
Business I need to do.
Business. But you only just got in.
Won't be long.
It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, he's got to go do stuff with those Italian
Rain.
pubs, right?
I'll go.
I think.
I'll go and I'll come back.
And she's... Oh, see, it's already starting. Tommy asked him to do this thing, and she's telling him no.
It's for the devil.
Oh, we're already starting.
Start to do your work in the light. Your own light.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a problem.
It's just paperwork.
Well, then you could do it at home if it was just paperwork.
Need you to clear your men out of Nature's tonight. I do. I think Tom enjoys the sport.
Hard for him to go legit when he enjoys being the bad guy. I don't know why they're not afraid to wear these hats with the razor blades in them. Aren't they afraid they're going to cut their own heads open? I would be. I'm clumsy, though. Yeah, it seems like Arthur's having a much more difficult time with this kind of thing. Now that he's both sober and with this woman who seems to be very anti-it. Because we've seen him kill people before. He didn't give a rat's ass. No remorse. And now it's like plaguing him.
I'm going to the garrison.
I'm going home, John.
I mean, neither one of them is necessarily wrong. But they have to make their own decisions about what they're going to do.
Prenderà il treno da Napoli a Parigi e poi traghetterà.
E potrà essere qui domenica, così.
Who are we getting?
This big man and his brother will make us a lot of money.
Or lose us a lot of money.
Yes. That's such a peaceful place,
He really does seem like a good family man. Minus all this, you know, death and stuff that he's a part of. And crime and probably racketeering and theft and anything else you can think of.
John.
Oh, that's a big ass gun.
Easy to leave now. Come out the back door and lock it after you.
And don't ask any questions.
There's 2 truckfuls of coppers out there, John.
Who the fuck is Arthur? He goes on to the Madonna of Mosley on the stroke of 5.
You need to talk to him, Tom.
It's very fucking unusual. It's a cool boss. They're from out of town, London. By the looks of the boots.
She's fucking pregnant.
Ooh.
The fuck is happening, Tom? Tell Polly it's Russian business, John. What?
Peaky fucking Blinders, boys.
What is happening?
Sis.
Oh, God.
So the Oddfellows want you to know that any deviation from your instructions will have consequences.
Jesus Christ.
We visited your sister. Hey, what's your name, boy?
He's not allowed to visit his sister?
Your sister is a potential security breach.
Well, maybe someone should have told me that.
The Bolsheviks in London. Who have connections. I think I'll just call you dog boy. You love your boy, don't you? You have the local police in your pocket. We have Scotland Yard. Let him off the leash. Like a John dogs. Gypsy
too much.
Let the dog off the leash.
Why is he so adamant about that?
Give in Gaelic.
Visit your sister again and she will die crossing the road.
Mike! If you want me dead, I'll be dead, wouldn't I?
It's true, we do need you alive.
So many people need him
When
alive.
you go home today, Mr. Shelby, be sure to check under your little boy's pillow.
Okay, that's too far. Too far.
We can reach anyone, anywhere.
But who are you? What is it? Jesus Christ.
Is everything alright?
Remember Grace
Everything's fine.
saying he promised Grace he'd keep them safe? Yeah, I just said that,
I
Grace.
trust you.
Jesus Christ. This is fucking insane.
You're not one of those impressionists, are you?
They're all terribly political. People I work for just want to pick what's there. To me, politics is deliberately making things better for some people by deliberately making them worse for others.
I thought I might wear this.
My God, Polly. Are you getting married?
Oh God, it's too much. I'll try something more simple.
No, don't. It's beautiful. It's made in Paris. A woman of substance and class. Believe me, I've painted many women who don't belong in their expensive dresses. There'll be no charge.
Your normal rate. I insist.
There's a first.
Invite me to what?
Shelby Foundation dinner. Polly's going alone. You're invited.
Ada.
I wonder if you should wear that to the dinner. Alright, I'm a little confused as to who that dude is, too. I know he was one of the two, I think, Russians who were at the party, who were at the wedding, and the other one's dead, so I'm not really sure what his thing is. God, that is just tremendous. I could not walk around with that on my neck. Alright, so now we're at the foundation dinner. The only way I can figure out what's happening is to talk it through out loud, so... Oh, she does look good. She really does look good in that dress. You really do, Polly. Alright, and I'm also curious about this charity, this foundation in general. Like, what is the point? What are they getting money for? What are they doing with it? I assume it's part of Tommy's legitimacy, but I don't know how exactly it's going to play out.
As the leader of the Birmingham City Council. You know each other?
I have interests in steelworks in Cradley Heath. Tommy helps me get my products to the cup makers. Congratulations, Miss. Now the party's really started.
Who are they?
Father John Hughes from St Mary's Boys Reformatory, and with him is Mr.
They were recommended by the Lord Mayor.
Oh, the best people of the city list, eh?
Do you know them? I'll introduce you, Tommy.
Okay, nope.
Introduce myself.
This party's gonna go up in flames. Or gunfire, or beating people. Something's going to happen.
We appear to have taken you by surprise.
Well, I didn't know you were invited.
They want to know about ammunition.
And chains for the wheels. And the white guard make their run.
The chains are suitable for snow or wet ground. They're already stored on the vehicles.
So-
A bunch of weapons set aside at the BSA, which is half the Turkish stream twice now. Two drivers will join the strike at different points. Thinking ahead, thinking
All right, so
remembering everything that has happened.
in my brain, that's the same dude who just threatened him,
The Russians want to
right?
inspect the vehicles.
Now they're acting like friends?
The Duke has sent his niece. She's here. Tomorrow you will take her to the factory and show her. No. Union conveners are watching the factories. Not possible.
Everybody's watching everything.
Anything is possible, Mr. Shelby. You will take her.
Jesus Christ.
You know, gentlemen, there is hell. And there is another place below hell. I'll remember everything. I forget nothing.
I believe that. Yeah, so it seems like they're winning the battle, but Tommy's gonna make sure they lose the war.
Tommy, this is Duchess Tatiana Beshovna.
Aha.
And Tommy
That's
Archer
her.
asked me to bring a Duchess.
Well, I understand they charge a fee.
She was asking about my sapphire. I thought I'd recognized it. She said it was Russian. My husband has business.
People are ready for dinner now, Grace.
No, I'm not dumping big people for money. But this punk for money.
There's a lady down. She wants to speak to you about coffee mornings. She mentioned a £2,000 cash donation.
Diana, you and I will speak later.
Going to the factory tomorrow was a mistake.
Nevertheless, we will go. Also, my uncle ordered me to seduce you to give us an advantage. But with a beautiful
Tomorrow was a mistake.
Have you not heard? We have no morals, we Russians.
And no fucking sense.
And no options. I would fuck you for the cause. What do you think of that?
I think
I think
Grace
you should not drink vodka with champagne.
already fucked me for her cause, and we got married.
That the sapphire she's wearing is being cursed by a gypsy.
But I'm a gypsy.
What did you say?
Nothing on earth would make me wear it.
And they really believe this stuff. They were like, they couldn't do something with horses until 3 days past a full moon or something. So they've already like established that they believe in curses and hexes and stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the loyalty toast to His Majesty.
Beautiful. You look beautiful. You need to take this off.
Why? Does he think you look better on her?
Grace, look at me. Fuck these people. Hey, fuck them. I need you to be alright.
It's a fake curse on a piece of rock. It's not a big deal.
Tommy Shelby.
And you're a gypsy. Just like uncurse it if you actually believe that it's true. Oh! And I was just thinking this is going to end actually fairly peacefully, this episode. Oh my god. Shit, that's a lot of fucking blood behind her. And look at that. At the end of the day, Polly's here to help. Fuck. Okay. Shit. And here's the thing about shows like this. Grace is expendable. Like, a lot of times it feels like you're watching a show and you're like, oh, this is a main character. I know he's not going to die. Like, in this show, I feel like Tommy is the only character who's not expendable. Anybody else I feel like is fair game. So, there's really... It's 50-50 to me if Grace is going to live through this. Because I really think she's somebody who could die right now. Especially with all the stuff that's going on right now. Half of it that I don't even understand, which I'll get into in a minute. But it feels like with her saying to Tommy, you promised to keep us safe, you promised to keep us out of it, and him going, I'm gonna, and her going, I trust you. Now she's been fucking shot while he could not have been closer to her when she was shot than he was right there. So obviously it's not working. Or him keeping her safe is not working. The people are putting, RIP, your baby's going to end up in a crematorium business cards in the baby's crib. So it's not working, him keeping them safe right now. So I think that's important to her getting shot. But my other biggest concern is I don't know what's happening. Here's where I am. Okay, so Tatiana works for the Russians, and I don't really know who the Russians are, but she works for them. And I think Tommy is trying to get whatever those tanks or armored cars are that are in that base 6 of the car company, and he's going to trade them to the Russian people for something, and I don't know what exactly. But on the other hand, he's also still being controlled by Churchill to do his bidding. And now there are these other people who I don't know, the priest guy and the MP, and somehow the three of them are all like in a thing together, but I don't even know what that is. And I watched this episode specifically so I could try to figure out who they were and what they were doing, but I didn't get there. And I'm sure it's me. I'm sure it is me, and it is not the show not explaining it properly. This is just how I am. I understand very little about everything all the time. But I think that's part of why doing these reactions is interesting for me, because I get to sort of work through it out loud, and when it clicks, it's very exciting for me. But it hasn't exactly done that yet for this season. Other things that happened, Polly looked incredible in that dress. But that's my other question. Who is this guy who's doing this portrait? He was definitely at the wedding. I shouldn't say definitely, but I think he was at the wedding. One of two guys, like, I'm concerned. I have concerns about him. I'm not sure he is who he says he is. I'm not sure he's not there to, like, cause a bunch of problems. Something's happening with him, and I don't know what it is, and I don't think it's like, he's just like a love interest for Polly. I think it's something a little more sinister. I just haven't figured out what yet. And I think Ada, I don't know if it has anything to do with Grace being shot, but I think Ada's gonna sort of maybe come back into the fold a little bit. It seems like she needs something to do. And I'm wondering if she's going to start to do some more stuff for the family again, while still maintaining her, own communist agenda. But the dude so the guy in the cell, for lack of a better term, where he had Tommy with the dog, that was the same reverend that was at the rail yard in the beginning talking to Tommy, and at the end when it was him and Tommy and the MP in that empty ballroom, right? That's all the same guy. So where the hell did he come from? And how exactly is he connected to the bearded guy who gave him the sapphire that they're so concerned is cursed, which I really don't get, but that's not the point. And I don't know how they're all connected, but they are. Maybe episode 3 I'll be able to put it together. But I haven't yet. But god damn it, this show is so fucking good. And one of the things that make this show so good is that, as you may have noticed, I'm not entirely even sure what's going on, but it's so well done and so suspenseful and so, like, I feel like I could taste, like, the tension in this show. It's so good that I don't even need to understand exactly what's happening to be impressed and mesmerized by it. So they're doing a good fucking job. And I'm going to be very sad when this series is over. But thankfully, I still have half of the series to go. So I don't have to worry about it for a little while. But I think that's it. Lots of confusion. Lots of great things. Screen recording app did not crash, so I don't have to do crazy amounts of editing on this. So that's it. I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!